Hello everyone, Switch over here. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the modern history's, probably one of the modern history's biggest mysteries, and that is about Oak Island's mystery. For nearly 200 years now, more than a lot of people have searched and dig on the island for a big treasure. And what kind of treasure it is? No one knows. There has been a lot of rumors, a lot of theories and beliefs who and what the treasure can be. Since many have been digging there, and also since the treasure has been tricking people since 1795. That is one of the very first mention of the Oak Island's mystery. And now let's start beginning with. Since Oak Island is an island in Nova Scotia, and many people think this island is just a small island that has probably only 2 permanent residents on it. What is the something that is a mystery with this island? Well, since somehow from the year 1795, when 3 young men found something deep, some disturbance in the ground, since they saw some lights on the island. From that moment, they started to dig, and afterwards they found what they claimed to be wooden poles of oak, right in a line. From that year, many people have searched for this treasure, or what is claimed to be a treasure. But what exactly is this treasure? That is no one don't even know about. Some of the artifacts or treasure seems to be have reported to be on the island is some of the things are Marie Antoinette's jewels, Shakespearean manuscripts, and some sort of holy religious artifacts. And over the years, there has been a lot of many companies who have tried to dig for it. And what is this on the kind of treasure that is on the island? That is just a big mystery. No one even knows what kind of treasure it is. There could be some artifacts from the Crusades, or it could be some royal artifacts or items from Europe, or a pirate treasure deep below. That even no one knows. There are a lot of different theories about what the treasure could be and who buried it there. Some of the most told legends or theories about these legend stories is actually Captain Kidd. Sometimes people believe that Captain Kidd buried a treasure there before he died. But many people don't know if that isn't true. And there are another also kind of stories. Some other legends or theories that Templar Knights or Knights Templar during the 1100s traveled from Europe to Nova Scotia to hide some their original artifacts which they found in the Holy Land, like the Holy Grail and many other religious artifacts. Since the people have found a long numbers of artifacts that relate to that time period. But there's just one problem. North America wasn't even known until 1492, when Columbus discovered the island, the new continent. But since then, many people believe that the Templar Knights and that the Captain Kidds are buried it. Then other people think they're either pirates or someone else. But what is buried on the island? And what is the waiting for? So far, 6 people have died over the last 200 years to found this treasure. According to the legend, a seventh person had to die before the secret can be revealed. Some of the people have been studying this treasure and this legend for years, even for decades, to find any clues. Some people claim that it could be treasure from the Inca Empire during the 1500s, but that is not even true either. No one knows exactly what the kind of treasure it is. But most people believe the treasure will be found. But that is just many strange people. There's many people have so many different ideas and theories about what is buried there. Personally, I don't know for sure if this what kind of treasure it is. One of the most known sites on the island have to be explored is what is called Money Pit. That is the place where the three young men found the original place. But unfortunately, during the last 200 years, the site of the original Money Pit has been lost. Since many other people out there has been digging around the island and never considered to save the site. But now some people don't even know if that treasure even exists or not. But there is just one other different theory about Oak Island. Some people believe that Oak Island not only has been one island, that from beginning it was two islands. Because between the smaller part of the island and the bigger part, where the swamp is, the triangular shaped swamp, people believe that swamp is man-made. Some people have been making this as a theory that some pirates or Knights Templar might have deliberately sank a ship and then made the swamp and the area to hide it. Many times the swamp has been drained to find a few artifacts. One was a coin from 1652 and some planks from a ship, perhaps, and even some old iron spikes. That which dates back to 1600s or to 1700s. But most of part of strange area of the island into the areas are called Smith's Cove. Some company during the 1800s, I believe, they claim to have found what looks like a draining system below the ground. That part should be part of some sort of a booby trap system to flood and prevent people to find this treasure. But so far, that jury never exactly found it. But the island itself is a mystery. Because there has been reports on the island that some people are using electronic devices like say radios or metal detectors suddenly inoperable, non-functional. There is something on the island that make some electronic devices to be stop working. But exactly what it is, no one even knows. Not much of this island is known about the treasure, but since there has been this treasure and the mystery has lured people to this island for 220 years. And what more can this island even give us? They have given people for over 200 years for this secret. A lot of people have died, and many people have been coming there, digging, and a lot of companies have been there also. And some of these companies have often abandoned this project to find treasure, become that either ran out of money or they end up bankruptcy. But one of the most famous people to looking for this treasure is actually a former president. Roosevelt was there to find the treasure, but that was before he even became the president. But what more can we say about this island? Just rather that that's mysterious is much mysterious of all. People don't know exactly how much of this treasure is there, and what kind, but it has been found during 1897. Some company there drilled a hole down below to about 153 feet down, claimed to have they encountered some sort of wooden box, a big one, with some surrounded by they claimed to be some sort of concrete substance. And on the drill, it was gold and a piece of parchment with some letters on it. But then, about the treasure itself. If there is a treasure there, what kind of treasure is it? That is we don't even know about. I mean, it could be anything. It could be from a gold treasure chest from Captain Kidd, or some other treasure that has been there from Templar Knights, but you can't even know for sure. Most of the treasure has been there for centuries now. And is it even worth to dig up this treasure since 6 people have died so far? Even though this legend said a 7th person had to die before the secret can be revealed. But I don't know. So far, there are only 2 brothers on the island who owns about 50% of the island. And they are Marty and Rick Lagina. Those brothers are searching for this money pit and searching for this island's big secret for almost 10 years now. But so far they have found only a small artifacts, like a few coins, iron spikes, but nothing that shows any part of signs of the treasure itself. But they have found human bones in the money pit, which they believe to be part. And the strange is, those 2 human bones which they found are from 2 types of descent. One is from Europe descent, and the second one is from Middle East descent. That was a big clue, and also a big mystery. How could a piece of a bone from a Middle East origin to be on the island? And both those bones has its origin between 1600 to 1700. And what makes it that so mystery? Well, so far it has been neither other human bone found there, only some ancient artifacts. But those clues of how the people would die there can prove some people had buried something there, and they had been there buried so deep, because according to this legend, this treasure is in some big vault, which was claimed to be discovered in 1897. But much of this treasure, it could be all from artifacts from the Crusades. There could be some of the lost crown jewels from the French family during the French Revolution. But most of part of that, we even don't know if there are a lot of golds, silver, diamonds, or even some historical documents, or some other ancient treasures down there, even there are a lot of, like say, chests with gold, diamonds, and other gems, and even ancient artifacts, and even maybe some manuscripts from Shakespeare below there, and the total value of that treasure, it can't be measured. Except from the gold, perhaps, that could be worth from millions, or probably perhaps a few million to probably, I don't know, $1 billion. And some of the artifacts, like if would be some manuscripts that are written by Shakespeare, those couldn't be present, set a price on, because those scripts could be so valuable. Like somebody could be totally unknown script, which hasn't even been known to the public for hundreds of years now. I mean, most of the stories about treasure has been walking around for at least 2 centuries. What kind of a mystery can it be? I wouldn't be there myself and try to find this treasure, because even if I was a millionaire or billionaire, I wouldn't focus upon put all that money to find a treasure, which probably ends up to be nothing. Perhaps that this treasure is just some sort of a folklore. Some people have been told that there could be a treasure down there. It turns out maybe it's some sort of a false, buried nothing. It could be a big hole down to the ground and found nothing. It is true then. But even this was Captain Kidd's treasure down there. Even he had a few men over there that was been told about exactly where the treasure is. Often those men who help a captain to bury the treasure were often killed, not to leave any witness behind. So that part of the story might be, I don't know, not so realistic. If the Captain Kidd's treasure down there, who knows? But I don't know. Would Captain Kidd bury a treasure like 60 meters down? It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you have people, men, buried a treasure, a pirate treasure, 60 meters down below the surface, it doesn't make sense. Why do it make all the trouble to bury as a treasure, maybe 3 boxes of gold, silver, diamonds, or other gems, 60 meters down below the surface? Yeah, that part doesn't make sense. Usually a pirate treasure often buries maybe it's like 2 or 3 meters down below, but 60? Nah, I'm not so sure about that. But if there's not a treasure left behind by Captain Kidd, it is a possibility that some other pirates or the Knights Templar have built this underground vault to keep these holy artifacts, like the gold, like the Holy Grail. But like I said, many of these treasures has been lost for centuries. But some of this treasure has been claimed to be there, has been taken there right around the Crusades, 1100s. But there's one another particular theory, what people has been brought there, who buried the treasure was actually some people are, well, one of those people or stories to be claimed to that the ancient Romans, have buried the treasure there on the island. But that doesn't make sense. I mean, to bury it, since the Romans, no, even they have been found several Roman artifacts like coins and sword around the area, around some of the coast nearby on this of the island and on the island. But often were those artifacts made sometimes before. But even the people who found artifacts who is predicted that consist from the Roman Empire time around 1700 to almost like 500 AD or something. Well, not 500, but sometimes during the Empire's time. Even when people found some artifacts that can relate, that might be in a genuine artifact from Roman Empire, well, it could be just one explanation. One. Modern people have brought some Roman and artifacts with them to Nova Scotia and to Oak Island and somehow lost it, and there people have found it to be claimed that Romans have visited the island in the past. So, even the Romans had been on the island, it wouldn't be possible for that. I mean, even they had the big ships there, but they had big ships at a time with a lot of slaves that could travel, but I don't even think they would even do it. And then probably but there would be one other theory, but I'm not sure if that is impossible. The Vikings. Since the Vikings raided like England, other nations around other area around the Baltic Sea for a few hundred years, and since the Vikings had been in America around the year 1000, and that could be a possibility, but still, I don't think the Vikings had the ingenuity to build some sort of underground vault for this kind of treasure. So the Vikings is a slightly not possibility, but still, they could have done it, but I don't think so. And the Romans, no possibility equal with 0. So which people have buried this treasure on the island? Maybe Captain Kidd, or the Knights Templar. Since a lot of people have claimed to found evidence of Knights Templar around the island and in some places around the coast nearby. Personally, I think it is possible that Captain Kidd's treasure is buried somewhere on the island, and might possibly Knights Templar, but I'm not so 100% sure about those has been there. But I don't even know for sure yet, since the treasure has never been found, and the island is still protected, the island's secret, so they won't be found yet. But most of the stories of this will continue to be told to other people for centuries to come, probably for generations, if the treasure even be found yet. Well, that was all my own opinions and theories about the treasure on the Oak Island's mystery. And I would like to hear what you think, what it could be buried on the island, and if there is any treasure. You can leave it all that in the comment box below, and as always, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, this is Swedish Gabriel over and out.